Hello and welcome to a special short edition of the Choreosophy podcast, and I am here today to present to you a very short demonstration of the new Resonance mask, the Resonance Singer's Mask by mymusicfolders.com. They are the newest affiliate on the Choreosophy podcast, and I thought of a really cool idea that at least I think is interesting, which is to demonstrate how the mask looks and how the mask sounds, which, as many of you know who listen to the show on a regular basis, vocevista.com is also an affiliate of the podcast. So I had this marriage of the two ideas going on in my head, where if I were to show you, not only let you listen to, but show you how the Resonance Singer's Mask allows a singer to sing with their full normal articulation and resonance. And then you can see with Voce Vista how the overtones look almost identical with this mask. Now, of course, one of the things that's unique about this mask is that it's got a frame built in to hold the fabric away from your articulators. So what I did in this demonstration is I chose Come Away Death by Quilter. I wanted something that was lyrical and melodic, just a couple lines of the song, but also had some English diction that could be kind of exaggerated so that you can hear that my tongue and lips and teeth and everything can do their full work in there. And so before I get to the demonstration, though, I want to make sure that you get the disclaimer that this mask, just like any mask, and for this I would reference you back to choreosophy.com/COVID-conversations, and all the conversations I've been having with the doctors on here. And I want it to be clear for someone who only sees this video that this is any mask is not intended to be used as your risk eliminator for COVID-19. It is one of many risk reduction strategies and you've heard the doctors talk about this on the show. There is no such thing as zero risk. There will be a vaccine hopefully someday. There will still be not zero risk. We will always have risk with this virus. So we can't continue to think in terms of how do I turn the risk off. That's not what this mask is. You need to use this in the same way that your local health officials are recommending that you use masks. So in conjunction with good hygiene, in conjunction with distancing, in conjunction with the really good ventilation solutions that you come up with, whether it be installing something in your room or taking your choir outside or whatever it is. This is one of many excellent strategies for reducing your overall risk for you and your choir when you choose to get back to singing. Okay, so again, the disclaimer is this is something that is not intended to be a panacea or a silver bullet that will take away the problem for you. It's just one of the tools. Okay, so that needs to be said right up front. So before I get into it here, it's coming in a second. I've filmed this here for you. The way you would access these products if you choose to do it, you'd go to mymusicfolders.com and you'd look up the Resonance Singer's Mask, and then you would put in Choreosophy at checkout, get a 5% discount. They are not cheap. But I got to tell you, the construction is excellent. They are comfortable, and you can fit them to your head, so they are the safest possible thing that you could use in terms of a cloth mask outside of like an N95. They're just excellent, and you'll see me kind of fit it how it's got their adjustable straps on the back. You've got a very just a really breathable material. In fact, in the second clip, you're going to see me inhaling the fabric back and forth, but it never comes inside my mouth. It always holds it away against the frame that's in there. So it's just a really cool product, and I'm excited to be a part of this, and I'm excited to help show this to you, and I'm happy to answer any questions as we go. Then, of course, you're going to see Voce Vista in action. vocevista.com/choreosophy is also a awesome resource to show the resonance and the overtones on the screen. If you go to that website, you can play with it for 30 days. You can decide to buy it at some point after that 30 days, and you can get a 10% discount there. So without further ado, here's me singing into the Resonance Singer's Mask from my music folders.
Come away, death, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Fly away, breath. I am slain by a fair cruel maid.
And here comes the same exact excerpt using the Resonance Singer's Mask from mymusicfolders.com.
Come away, death, and in sad cypress let me be laid. Fly away, breath. I am slain by a fair cruel maid.
So this image here is the fly away part that you might have heard in both clips, very similar in both clips, but you'll notice in the first image that I'm speaking over right now, you can see quite a bit at the very top of the screen of red line, which represents the singer's formant. And of course, Voce Vista does a really good job of picking up and showing singers the singer's formant. And of course, as we all know, there isn't going to be a mask that has zero difference in how the sound will come across. I don't think any of us expects that. But what I wanted you to notice was that from image 1, which is from my singing without the mask, you'll see quite a bit of red just formant throughout the sound. And then in image 2, here it comes, image 2, you see that formant dims just a little bit. But the good news is the articulations are still able to come through. And for those of you who are not well versed in how Voce Vista shows information on the screen, the other bit of good news that you'll notice is all of the red squiggly lines in the middle of the screen remain virtually unchanged from image 1 to image 2. Now what that means is that's the shape of the vowels that I'm singing. So Voce Vista can show you the vowel that the singer is singing based on which red lines show up as red. And that's how we hear a vowel. That's how we hear ah versus o and all of those things. So while the singer's formant red lines at the very top of the screen got a little bit dimmer, the lines in the middle of the screen didn't change at all, which means that we're going to lose a little bit of resonance when we put on a mask. But with a good mask that allows the singers to fully move their articulators, we're going to get all of the important stuff, the stuff that really matters, which is the ability to communicate the language when we sing. So I'm excited about that. So I think after this, what this test is showing is that because the singers can fully move their lips and tongue and teeth without having to worry about the infringement of a normal mask pressing up against their face, you're going to get almost all of the same noises to come out of their mouth. And breathing in and out when the fabric isn't touching your face is just also so much more easier in a long term, I think is the way I'd say that. If I was going to wear a mask for an hour-long rehearsal, that's the type of mask that I would want. So I'd encourage everybody to head over to mymusicfolders.com and grab some masks for their choirs. Also, the manufacturers want me to let you know that these are washable, which means that in theory, a program, they do become safe to use once they are laundered. So your school or your music parents or whoever could be in charge of laundering the masks, which could mean that you wouldn't have to buy as many. You know, they could be shared. Once they are laundered, they become sanitary and safe to use for another student. So it's just something that they wanted me to let you know. So head on over there to mymusicfolders.com, head over to vocevista.com and check out those awesome products and put them to use in your new and strange choir worlds. Thanks, everybody.